Hello all, welcome back students. So let us continue with the operations on a list. In the previous video we had a practical discussion about how we can perform concatenation and repetition operation for a list. In this video we will be discussing how we can make use of membership testing on a list. Now students, membership testing is one of the, you can say, very important operations that can be performed on a list. There are two reasons. The first reason why which we can perform membership testing is checking if an element is present in a list or not. Okay, but the second use of this membership testing is very, you can say, useful for us. It is used for accessing elements of a list. Okay, we will demonstrate practically the use of both of them. Fine, let me put this stuff in comment. Let me create a list. Suppose list is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, first of all we will exercise the use of the first use of membership testing, that is checking if an element is present in a list. We can make use of these two keywords, in and not in. And remember, whenever we are checking whether an element is present in a list or not, using in and not in, we will get boolean output that is in the form of true or false. Simple thing, print suppose 2 in, what is the name of the list? L. So meaning of this, it will check whether 2 is present in list L or not. If 2 is present, it will give us true. If 2 is not present, it will give us false. So as you can see, 2 is present in the list, it is giving us true. Let us see if 12 is present in L or not. If 12 is present in L, it is not present in L, so it is giving us false. Okay. Same way, I think it is nothing you can say difficult for you to understand that if an element is present, it will return true. If an element is not present, it will return false. Very easy technique. So why it is okay for, because the list is small now, but programmatically list can be very huge. So in that case, this method can be ultra useful for you. Let us check the other reverse mechanism. Reverse mechanism, I hope you understand. Here we were using in. Here we will be making use of not in. Okay, here we will be making use of not in. Suppose 16 not in, remember they are different words, not in L. So if 16 is not in L, it will return true. If 16 is there in L, it will return false. Okay, 16 is not in L, that is why it is returning true. If I say that 1 not in L, if 1 is not in L, it will give us true, but if 1 is in L, it will return false. Okay, let us exercise the same. 1 is in L, that is why it is returning false. So I hope students you all are very clear regarding the use of in and not in. Okay, the same can be done, in and not in can be used along with a list that contains characters also. Suppose I want to write, let me write simple thing only, B P P S J H. Normally we are using characters very less with lists, but still. So let us check in is. Now if I write like this, say S in L, it will give an error. Okay, it will give an error because whenever we deal with characters in Python, we have to specify the characters in single quotes, otherwise it will consider it as variable. Okay, so print S in L, I think S is there in L, so it is returning true. Print Si in L, Si is not there in L, so it is returning false. Okay, similarly we can go for the other approach of not in. S not in L, so if S is not in L, it will return true, otherwise it is going to return false, but S is there in L, so it is returning false. Let us say M not in L, M is definitely not in this list, so it is bound to return true. Correct? So students, this is the first use of membership testing, that is checking whether in an specified element is there in the list or not, using in and not in. And remember, whenever we are using in and not in for checking whether an element is there or not, it will return Boolean output, that is in the form of true and false, that I have demonstrated here. Now let us go for the more you can say important and more widely used use of membership operator, that is accessing elements of a list. Okay, let me put the entire thing in comment. I don't require this now. I will take a blank list, say L equal to let me enter say 9 8 7 6 5 4. Okay, now I want to access the elements of the list one by one. Already the program or the demo is given to you in the previous video. Just I want to revise how we will do. We will make use of loop for I in range 0, comma length of length of L. Okay, because L is the name of the list. Now simply what we will do, we will print I. Okay. How this is working, all explanation and everything has been already given in the previous video. As you can see here, it is able to give me, here it is giving me the index. Okay, very sorry, it is printing the index. I want L of I. Okay, explanation of how this is working to access the elements of the list is already given in the previous video, that you can have a look. But what I want to make you more understandable, that is use of this membership operator in is vastly important in accessing elements of the list. Okay, I think there was one more method was there for accessing elements. Same thing for I in list name. Okay, in that case you just need to print I, not the index and everything. Okay, here also it is able to print the elements properly. Fine. So in case you missed up the explanation of how this code is working, you can refer to the previous video. This was the entire use of membership testing. There are two uses. Use number one, it is used for checking whether an element is present in the list, that is explained here. Use number two, it is used for accessing the elements of the list by any method. Okay, so that would be all from my side for this video. We will meet in the next video and we will cover up the next topic of indexing, in that with programmatical demonstrations. Thank you and have a nice day.